All right, cyber traders, welcome on back here this Thursday afternoon. It feels like a Friday though, right? We got Good Friday tomorrow. Markets are closed once again. I hope everybody has a happy holiday weekend ahead. But with that in mind, though, happy to see all of our students and members alike here. Great to see Andrea, my student Abdul. He just got basically a quarter on that IBIO trade, 24 cents in from 450. Great to see Dominic and all of our students and members. Otherwise, just folks, just give me a quick sound check. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Uh, Hopefully not too loud, hopefully very clear. But we have class on ahead, the phase two stock course continuing this afternoon. We'll see if there's any good short opportunities to work with live, but we're going to be focused more on following stocks on the way down. Even if we need to go back just from earlier in the week or from earlier this morning, follow a couple short opportunities on the way down, that is, and you'll see where the road takes us there. But good from Dominic, good from Margaret. All right, perfect. And for all of us on YouTube or Facebook Live, etc., at Cyber Trading U, popping up on the lower left right there. And now with that in mind, let's just hop right to it here. NXL making a decent squeeze up so far for the afternoon. Obviously, I'm just going to put this on our list to begin. And if it's not so obvious to you, well, I say join our classes, because all throughout this month we talked about volume. All throughout last month we talked about charting and scanning. So really, at this time of the day, stock's up 109%. It's still lingering near the highs, at least. I guess the high of the day is at like 190-ish or so, but it's got a good enough order book. Spread might be like a penny or two, but it has some decent sized orders out there. And for now, we're just gonna, put this on our list, see if it can keep going. All right. Now with that though, let's just run it right from top to bottom. Though we had a pretty good day on a few different trades. CGC, hey, the Bitcoin stocks, CLSK, Mara, those ended up being decent shorts at least later on, and a couple more in between. But the AVTX as we begin this one, man, I guess it's popping up right now, but really from earlier today, and it had a small move up as well. But we weren't really as focused on this trade right now as we're talking live. The spread's fluctuating a little bit, but it's anywhere from like 5 cents up to 25 cents. The spread is just open on this trade. Not only that, but the surrounding orders on the bid and the ask, which there's not really many, right? So it's a paper thin order book altogether. If you were trying to go to the casino, then hey, this could be a stock for you. But right now I'd rather have an easier time locating the big money out there. Not to say on cheaper stocks, just stocks that have better liquidity. So hey, this has good liquidity, but it's not like this is moving too well. So we're going to pass on XLO, and then we'll kind of keep working our way through. Like again, the NXL stock, not to get those two mixed up. At least for now, we're going to put this on our list. CERO. This actually had a pretty sneaky move heading into the early to mid afternoon. I didn't really see this up until now. Well, now it's making lower highs, pulling back a bit. So it doesn't seem as good now at this stage, unless it snaps up by the end of this meeting. But I'll pass here. SST, the cheapie. Kind of looks like it's building a Fausto flag here. If this higher low holds and it moves back up towards like 215, I think this is 214. Kind of a long, elongated Fausto flag. All right, we keep kind of just skimming through this gainer side. I can just rip it here pretty fast. I mean, really, I could tell just very quickly, just looking at the chart. Is it good? Is it not good? This was looking good until it started to not look good, right? IBIO. So really quick, this trade, we had some good resistance at 445 and 450, two big iceberg orders throughout the day sitting there on the sell side. Well, enough buying pressure came in to where it broke above it, popped up. And then when it had this nasty shake, I was on a coaching call with one of our students, and I took this on like a very tiny size position, which it was just like kind of like a for fun trade. It was really just on 100 shares. It just really just kind of just for fun. I'm not making any money on 100 shares, honestly. So it held support for as long as it did. It was trying, but then it failed to flip 475 into support. I wrote that to you in the chat. I was saying if it's not going to make a big move going up, it's going to make a big move just the other direction. So at that point, once it broke below 450, it was obviously game over. So yeah, IBIO, for as nasty as this was actually yesterday, there was a good opportunity here, but looks like the foot's taken off the gas pedal on that one altogether, I feel. All right, we keep going through though. Girardi, GRDI, MULN. not a bad move. Not a bad move. Listen, we only got one stock that I actually committed to put on the watch list so far. So does it kill us to put MULN on there now? It's still moving back up a little bit. No, but this is where this stock definitely we've traded in the past. Just coming off a reverse stock split, I believe recently. Had to have been very recent because the stock's only been dropping over time, and it was like below $1 at some point. So 100% this was a reverse stock split of recent, but with this being a bit of a short squeeze candidate, the more this pumps up, the spread's going to open up that much more. So right now, it's pretty thin looking at the book. The more this pushes up, it's going to become like a level 4 or 5 trade, I'd imagine. Ooh, all right. So kind of a no-brainer here. You'd imagine hollow, as Fausto would call Halo. Hollow Halo ended up having a big pop for us back in early to mid Feb. Huge trade that we caught back then, and that's a real pop up that we had at the time. But what goes up comes back down, right? And that's not just on the daily chart, but that's on the intraday level too. So hey, this one just snuck up right past us here for a bit right before this meeting, and we'll see if this could at least continue to build support. It's dragging back down a little bit now, but Hollow, HOLO. Hello, hello. All right, we keep going though. STRO. Hut, disappointing. Wanted to see us make a clean break above 12. The line still showing there. Had a bunch of volume that was filled off of 12 heading into the early afternoon. And I was on a call with a student there. I took a small loss on this trade at least, right? So I tell the truth both ways. Make money going one way, and then this one ended up trying to get the breakout over 12. It was just a clean false breakout. It popped over 12. I took the trade. It pulled immediately back under 12. And you're like, all right, that's not good. So, you knew pretty quick it was going to make that push, right? It held back under 12 perfectly after, fell back, take the 5-cent loss there at the time. So be it. I feel like a lot of those crypto stocks ended up just topping off at that same time, though. So if you're to go back to Mara, if you're going to back to CLSK, both ended up topping off early in the morning. Hut was sticking there. There was a chance to see that type of breakout higher and maybe a bounce altogether on those crypto miners, but yeah, that did not happen. All right. ALT kind of making lower highs here now as well. Man, a lot of things look a little weak. A lot of things looking a little lackluster. So, it's still sticking kind of near the highs. Doesn't hurt us to add this to our watch list at this stage, but let's get another hollow trade out there. EVLV maybe. Earlier I just commented just in our trading room, just holding a higher low, support held at $4. It's got a good book. It's harmless for us to put this one on our list, at least for now. EVLV, Evolve. Keep going through. This is a big gainers list. Jeez, I mean, for as much out there as I'm saying that's lackluster, I guess there's a lot that's up technically percentage-wise. Oh, and it's good to see Goev making a move back up actually here. All right, cool. So Goev was one I was going to mention, but at least from earlier today, we saw this pop, we saw a drop. I didn't check back in with it since the pullback, so definitely good to see this one back up towards the highs. We've been a big fan of this trade. It's an EV company. Name is Canoe. CANOO, if I'm not mistaken. Ended up leading to a nice pop back mid last month or mid this month as we head into April. But otherwise, nice trade at least for now. Let's see it try and hold support generally over 369. Some big volume building off the right side of level 3 there. That might take a little bit for that to happen. 369, but looking good. Man, damn, we got a lot that is up percentage wise. Number 50 technically on my scanner is up 8%. But it's just a bunch of kind of washed up trades though, so you go through them rather quick, right? TMC, nah, too slow. All right, I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure, folks. That's pretty much it. I got my SMMT trade, had from the other day at least, but pop and drop this morning it went. Spirit Airlines not looking nearly as strong as it was back when we were trading the dead cat bounce. All right. Hey, if there's anything else from Brad, Kathleen, later, all of our students here in chat, just let me know here at the end. Otherwise, we'll hop over to the loser side here. Talk about a loser. PMEC. Yeah. dropped down. It was already down enough percentage wise where my cursor is, and then only continued to make lower highs, lower lows. KOD is that this is actually a shortable stock on TradeStation. Order book's not terrible and near the low of the day. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to add this stock to our watch list. Hopefully, as a short. Anytime you see a stock on the losers list, easy to borrow at the lows, much like you'd follow a stock on the way up. Otherwise, you'd want to see if this can make a lower low later on. AMC, Reddit, very pays all stocks from earlier this week. CGC, even this had a really good opportunity in the mid to late morning while we were in the morning class. Honestly, there, so I missed out on this run, but it ended up leading to a good push up to 10, and then the wheels fell off from there. Right, made the false breakout from 10, right back down nearly 2 points lower from high to low here. Basically, nearly 2 point drop. And I mean, normally, again, not as much on the loser side here, so easier for us to go through. DJT wanted an under and over from 60 earlier today. I'd called out the iceberg sitting there. Just didn't make that type of move I personally wanted. So kind of held above it, pushed a little bit. That's all, though. GameStop. It's hard to borrow on TradeStation. This actually wouldn't be a bad looking short as far as seeing continuation on the way down. CCL, Carvana, we're already below 5% at this point. All right, so again, for all of our students here in chat, and hey, if you're joining us on YouTube, we encourage you to join us inside our live trading room. Scan that QR code on the top left if you're interested in joining us. But hey, you as well. If there's anything else that you'd want me to look at, call out, just check out here before we finish up. Let me know. Let me know if there's anything else looking good. From Scott, yeah, that AVXT is like, hey, again, I said it to be very blunt before, not to be mean, but to put it bluntly. Listen, you see that spread. I see the same spread right there. Right now, it's like a 80-cent, 45-cent spread fluctuating. If you want to play casino, I wish you luck, right? I can't force your hand the other direction. That's on you. But otherwise, it's moving in the correct direction, right? It's moving in the correct direction that you'd want it to see it go in. So, I'm wishing everyone well on that trade, but if it had better liquidity, I'm going to pass. Sam is saying Hut fell off. Yep, we had covered that one just before 2. Took a small loss, like 5-cent loss from 12, and then from there, it just fell off from there. So, all right. Let me know anything else, though, folks. Let me just check out Benzinga Pro. Last call there, then we'll finish. But and there's that EVTX. I wish it had better volume, but EVLV still holding up pretty nice. We like that trade. Hollow on our watch list too. That one you got to watch out for, though. You have that DXYZ stock. It's like anytime you see a stock that looks like a funky name, like DXYZ, that doesn't sound too good to me. It sounds like a pop and drop type of stock. I don't know. But obviously here even, this is even worse than that other one, EVTX. This thing's like barely anyone trading it. So, Leda asking, did anyone mention PLTR? No, not a whole lot to really go. And I mean, maybe a short pulling back down a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we like PLTR. It's definitely a good tradable stock day to day. Probably by the time Rich jumps on for me, as I teach class coming up at 3:00. Well, at least for our traders, they'll be with Rich. Maybe if that ends up pulling back below 23, that could be a decent short. We'll kind of keep it on our side list for now. All right, folks. But I mean, hey, otherwise, I think that we got a decent watch list for the time being. We ran through pretty much everything, right? So, if there's anything else that looks good, like I said, I'll be in class with most of our gold, platinum, diamond C2 students for Leda, Sam, Scott, and all of us. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you folks there. But otherwise, again, best of luck trading either way. And we'll be back at it come Monday. Keep in mind, I was about to trip myself up there, but I remembered. You got Good Friday tomorrow. Markets are closed. Wishing everybody a happy Easter weekend. Happy Good Friday to all to celebrate. Have a long, nice weekend to everyone else otherwise, perhaps. But we'll catch back with everyone at least on Monday. All right? Talk to everybody soon. Take care.